Thank you for joining this education-focused demo of ExtremeCloud IQ. You can see I'm in the admin portal of ExtremeCloud IQ. I'm in the pilot version, which is the fully featured version. On the left-hand side, I have the option to manage my own personal network. On the right-hand side, I have access to other deployments that I've either been granted access to or other things that I own. Since this is a K-12 and higher education focused demo, I'm going to click into the education demo that we have set up here at Extreme Networks. And as I log into the page, I'm going to hit the main manage screen. And under manage, I have access to manage devices, reports, clients, users, inventory, and a few other categories. So this is a great place to see what type of gear you have connected to your network. If all the status is green, that means it's good. I can click into any of these specific devices if I wish, and I'll come back to this tab at a later time during the demo. I want to start under the ML Insights tab, which is machine learning based, because this is a really great place to start, again, when you're logging into your network. I can see across the top I have some health status cards, which tells me the health of my network broken out into different categories. So you can see devices, clients, Wi-Fi, network, services, applications, security, and right now I'm looking at a global view of my different education institutions. If I wanted to look at a specific elementary school, classroom, or campus, if I'm higher education, I can drill down on the left-hand side in this global view. Right now I'm in Madison Elementary. I'm in a specific classroom. I can see the access points that I have set up, and I can see a single user is connected to an individual access point. I can move to a Madison High School, for example, in the gymnasium, into some different classrooms. And again, I see my infrastructure devices laid out where they are in the real gymnasium. I can see devices that are connected to a specific access point, and I can see that my health score actually changes depending on what global view or if I'm in a specific school site. I can click onto an access point in a map and I can get an idea of what devices are connected to that AP. I can see the health of those clients as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can interact with and access the information just from this Network 360 view. I can also look at connected clients over time. So if any clients are moving throughout the facility, I would be able to see if they move between access points over this 24-hour period of time here on the map. And if I'm looking at a particular status bar up top, for example, clients, I have 100% client health right now, which is great. I can click into that health score to get more detailed information on what's actually creating that score of 100. So now I can see it's broken down into network, application, certain clients, if they're on 2.4 or 5 gigahertz. I can look at my maximum client capabilities. This is a really great tool for network administrators to see what the functionality of their clients are in their environment and if they're serving them appropriately. So for example, if I had a lot of devices that started popping up with 802.11ax capabilities, that might be a great time for me to upgrade my infrastructure. If I had older access points, move into the new 802.11ax or Wi-Fi 6 standard. So this is a great way to kind of take back control of what's actually happening, get down to the data, see what's going on your network, and then make, different networking decisions based on what you see. Also for education, something that's really powerful is the application view. And this allows me to see different applications that are occurring on the network. You can see I just changed this to look at a week at a time. I can look at up to 30 days of data from this view, and I can see what applications are running over the network. If I ever wanted to drill down into a specific application, I could also do that. I can also create filters across the top to look at specific subsets of applications. So you can use this search box to look through if you want to get more granular information with regards to applications. Also under ML Insights, there's a couple other tools. Comparative Analytics is great. I can benchmark some of my performance metrics against other people in a similar industry or organization size. So I'm going to change these to K-12 education so I can benchmark myself against other schools that are similar to me, and I can look at my average number of clients with poor health. I'm not doing very well compared to my peers. However, the normalized number of unique client devices, I don't have quite as many as other people like me. Bandwidth usage, I'm using quite a bit more bandwidth than other people in a similar situation. I can also look at this in a historical manner as well if I wanted to benchmark this over time to see if there's any trends or patterns that emerge from my network and comparing them to other people that are like me. So that's the Comparative Analytics tool. That's one of the things that demonstrates the power of the cloud. We're able to anonymously compare and contrast data points among thousands of our clients to give you a broader perspective than beyond what you see just in your own ExtremeCloud IQ portal. So those are a couple things in ML Insights. If you click on the ExtremeCloud IQ logo in the left-hand side, it takes you to another dashboard view that we have within ExtremeCloud IQ. And in here, I can see things, again, like high-level overviews of what's happening on the network in terms of the devices that are connected, the infrastructure devices, top usage by different clients, application groups, top applications individually. I can also create filters on the left-hand side if I want to look at just one particular school or network or SSID. There's a lot of different ways that you can interact with this data and make it more valuable to you. You might have seen throughout this demo so far that a lot of these links are hyperlinks. If I were to click on one, Mike Chromebook, for example, I open up a new tool. This one is called Client 360 because I get a 360-degree view of everything that Mike's Chromebook is doing on the network. I can see basic information on the left-hand side, like what is this device, what SSID is he connected to, where is he located within a certain building. On the right-hand side, I get more technical information like his RSSI and noise floor over time. I can look at his performance and connectivity compared to other people near him within the building as well. So his Wi-Fi health, he's doing really well. Signal to noise ratio and RSSI is about medium in terms of his level compared to other people near him. I can also drill down to get more granular information with regards to roaming, for example. If he's moving throughout my facility, I can see everything's green, that's good. But if I want more detailed information, I can access that by clicking in and getting a little bit of a deeper level of access. I can also see things like what applications he's currently running, SSL, Microsoft, Google, and then I can also see the maximum client capabilities of his client. So I showed you that earlier in Network 360, that was for your network as a whole. Now I'm looking at it from a particular client view. If I X out of that, I can also click into a specific application that's hyperlinked, and this will take me into a type of application 360, showing me the data usage, unique clients and users over a certain period of time. YouTube, it explains what it is. YouTube is obviously pretty prevalent, but if you have an application that you don't know what it is, you'll get a basic description up top. I can also see the unique clients that are connecting to this application, and then I can see who those clients are and where they're located on my map as well. So again, a lot of different ways that you can access the information. We try to make it easy to access, and you can kind of choose your journey as you move through the tool to click on what's most interesting to you or what most applies to what you're looking for at any given time. A couple other things that I wanted to show you. One is under Manage and Tools, Client Monitor, which I mentioned in the webinar earlier. This is a really great way to troubleshoot any clients that are having issues on your network. So if I click on a client MAC address, for example, I can see that the description of the problem is the 802.11 capabilities of the client and AP don't match. What's the remedy? Adjust the 802.11 capabilities on the access point or client so they match. This one's a pretty basic one. We also do things, as I mentioned, like detect DHCP or radius issues, or it can be as simple as the student is entering the wrong password and that's why they're not able to access the network. So this is under Manage Tools, and it's the Client Monitor tool. That's great for help desk. It's great for taking some of the uncertainty away when you're troubleshooting your network. Two other things I wanted to show pretty quickly. Under Configure, If I click on one of these example network policies, you can see I can do wireless switching and routing all from the same tool. I can create different SSIDs, my authentication mechanism, private pre-shared key I mentioned earlier on the webinar. This is where you'd configure it in the portal. I can do radius authentication, set up different user profiles depending on how granular I want my network policy to be. I can also use device templates. Additional settings, we have a lot of depth of capability within this platform, all the way to deploy policy in a single tab. And you do have full control over all of your infrastructure devices. We're never going to push updates or changes to your devices. We would just simply add features and functionality to the cloud, which you could choose to utilize or not. Last thing I'm going to show you today before we wrap up is Cloud View. And this is something that is just a snapshot into some of our customers that are utilizing the cloud. Again, all of the data is anonymous. We're just giving you an idea of the breadth of some of our customer sets and the amount of data that we're processing through the cloud and then gaining valuable insights from. So you can see the aggregate daily data traffic is sitting around 3.7 petabytes per day, which is extremely high in terms of the amount of data that we're able to access. You can see some of our customers laid out here on this global view. Current active clients are sitting at just above 1.4 million. This one's really important, 3.94 billion management events per day. This is how we're gaining intelligence through machine learning, which we will then apply to artificial intelligence as we add new features and functionality into this ExtremeCloud IQ platform. So we're processing billions of data points a day. We're learning from those data points, and then we're creating tools and different features that can optimize that data and make networking experiences more efficient, but also simpler for all of our customers. So that's all the time we have today for this demo, but please feel free to visit the Extreme website or our Extreme YouTube channel for more in-depth demos related to ExtremeCloud IQ.